Hello gamers, I'm coming to you to talk about the Co-Stickler today. I've been wanting one of these for a while. I even saw them when I was a kid, and I had nowhere to source these when I was a kid. They just didn't sell them at the Kmart that I was at, so finally got some from this place called the Video Game Gallery. They're in Arizona, and they still have them as of June of 2016. So this guy must have a bunch of cases of these, and he's getting $24 with free shipping for 2 of these in a package. One package, 2 of these for a set of joysticks. They're made out of pretty good quality plastic. I mean, they're pretty rigid. Considering the oldness of these, their age, they haven't broken down one bit. So they're just like new out of the factory after all these years. So I'd encourage you to get some if you have hand problems like me. I do a lot of programming every day, so my hands definitely need a stick. Alright, so there are other videos online that will tell you that these are really hard to put on, and the reason probably is because this guy is from Arizona, and these were probably sitting in a warehouse for how many years in some dry heat, and they kind of shrunk around this area right here, and the inner diameter just kind of shrunk where it's just a tad bit smaller than the head of the dial here on this joystick. As you can see, they're really hard to get in there, and you can put your fingers up under the joystick while you're pushing so you don't damage it, and you can work it and work it. Eventually you might be able to get it to start to go on, but it's just not going to finish. So there is a solution to this, and don't believe everything you hear and half of what you see when someone tells you you're going to ruin your joystick by putting one of these on it if you get it to fit, because you'll never get it off without destroying it. That is not true. The method I'll show you, you can use the same method to take it off as I'm going to put it on with. So what we got to do is just take a small wattage hair dryer. You don't need a big one. You don't need a heat gun. Do not use a heat gun, or this thing will just melt all over the place. You'll ruin it, hands down. So a small one fits in all my hands, very small. And you're going to need a drill with a very small bit on it. And you say, what the heck do you need a drill for? Well, the drill is basically to put a small hole in the top. And what that does is, since these are so snug, it lets the air escape while you're pushing it on. Otherwise, it'll be such an airtight seal, you'll never get it completely on there. One day you're playing a game, it's probably going to flick off. So you want the best possible scenario. So what you're going to do is you can put the hole anywhere you want. You can make it, it's just a very small hole. I'm going to drill one into this one. Just a very tiny, tiny hole. Okay, there it is. Alright, it's very, very small. What I'm going to do is take my X-Acto knife and trim it inside so it looks better. And you can see some of the white polystyrene just kind of flaking out of it. If you really want it to look nicer than that, you can take like a paint pen or a black Sharpie after you're done doing this and touch it up, and you'll never see this little hole right there. It's so small anyway. Alright, so now we got our hole in there. I'm going to take this hair dryer right here, and I'm going to stick it right in the head right there. You got to make it soft without melting it. Kind of turn it as you're heating it. You want an even heat on it, especially on the wall right here. Inside the wall, outside the wall. Nice even heat, as close as you can without turning the tipper on the hair dryer or your house. So we're going to heat this up. Starting to feel a little softer. Not quite there. It takes about a good 45 seconds to a minute usually to do this. So hopefully you could have heard me there. All right, so we're gonna try to put it on this time. Again, it's still a little hard, but there it goes. Nice and snug. And it is in there really nice. And another advantage to using the heat is that when it cools down, it's going to be a custom fit. So in a way, I'm kind of glad they did shrink, because this makes sure that it's going to fit great. And when also a tip, when you're putting this on, make sure you hold your fingers underneath it and push down. That pulls the spring out of the way so that you can apply pressure with your thumbs to smash it down. Otherwise, you might risk breaking something by pushing and pushing in on this. You just don't want to apply any pressure to this plastic right here, this casing. And that's pretty much it. And I really like these, actually. I was playing with one last night, and it's like, darn, how did I ever live without it? You know, it feels like the Wicco. Sometimes I like the Wicco, sometimes I like this one. I don't like the fire buttons as much on the Wicco because they don't feel positive to me. But here's the original joystick with a cheap solution here. So I hope this helps somebody that wants to do the same thing. And to take it off, just reheat it and pull it off. It's that easy. Thanks a lot.